cookbook. I'm getting ready to do some batch cooking, so I was cleaning out my refrigerator, and I have a few potatoes left over from my last batch cooking session. So I decided I was going to make them into fries, and I thought maybe you'd like to see how I do fries in my Breville Smart Oven Air. I want to show you this too. This is a little cooking mat that my friend Shada told us about. This is how it comes, like this. This one I ordered and I only got one in, but there is a package on Amazon where you get 3, and I'll link to them below. So when it comes, just take them out of the package. Tom just cut these to fit because it was rectangular and we needed to, trim a little bit off the corners so it would fit in the air frying basket tray that Breville sends with the Breville Smart Oven Air. And what it does is it kind of, the food gets sticky, and it's really difficult to clean these wire mesh little air fryer baskets. And so the food clings to this a little more than it does to the mesh, and it's just an easier cleanup. And I just put these in the sink and soap water and clean them up. And you can see it has a little bit of dark stain on it because sometimes the things that you're cooking in there ooze a little bit of juices and it turns dark on there, but it's still easier to clean. So it is clean, it's just a little stain. Okay, so these are cold leftover potatoes. We found that we like the French fries best made from cold pre-baked potatoes. And we've tried with fresh, and they just don't seem to taste quite as good. So we kind of like the steak fries, the chunkier fries as opposed to the skinny ones. So I just take and cut them, and then I like to lay them on their side because if you put them upright like this, then this gets all toasty up on top, that little ridge, but you don't get as much browning on the side. So I like to turn them over and let them get brown on the sides. Now you can do 2 trays at once in the Breville Smart Oven Air, which is really nice if you're feeding a crowd or you have a big family. And you can switch them halfway through if you want. Sometimes I do that, and sometimes, the tray on top will get done first, and then I'll pull it out and just move the other tray up there, and that works too. So you can do Yukon Golds, which is what I have here. Tom really prefers the russets for French fries. They do get crispier, and that's kind of nice because, we want our French fries to be crispy, right? So we'll do that. And then I have a couple of small potatoes here. And I'll just kind of cut those into wedges. And we're just going to have some fries to snack on while we're doing our batch cooking today. And you can make ketchup for these. It's hard to find a commercial ketchup that isn't full of sugar or corn syrup or salt. So I do make my own ketchup as well. Okay, we're just going to fill these in where they're going to fit. So I like to do it at 400 degrees. And it usually takes about 20 minutes, but that's a variable. Kind of depends on how big the potatoes are, how much moisture they have in them, so you just want to watch them. I don't usually flip them over. You don't need to, because in the air fryer, the hot air is circulating, and so they get crispy on top and they get crispy on bottom, which is really why the air fryer is so amazing. So we're just going to step back here to the air fryer, and you just put the selector on air fry, which mine is already on because we use this constantly. It's on 400 degrees, and I'm going to bump this up to 20 minutes and push start. And you can let it preheat if you want, but a lot of times I don't because I'm just impatient. And so I'll just go ahead and put it in. And the nice thing about the Breville Smart Oven Air is it tells you over here, right on the glass window, which level is for which cooking selection you've picked. And so this is on air fryer, so I have it on air fryer. And we'll just check on them at 20 minutes and see how they're doing. If they need a little more time, I'll just leave them in, set it, and leave them in for a few more minutes. Okay, see you in a few. Okay, you guys, the French fries are done. They actually only took about 19 minutes. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out. So So I already shut it off, and it's pretty hot, so we just want to be careful. And I can put it right on my counter. It doesn't hurt my counter at all. And you can see how nice and crispy they are. And see, they're pretty crispy on both sides. So hear that? Crunch. Love that. French fries. Now, we make French fries with sweet potatoes, the Yukon Golds, the Japanese sweet potatoes, the russets. You can make them out of the regular orange sweet potatoes. They are so delicious, and no oil. And we also find that we really don't need to put any seasoning on them either. We don't add salt to our food, and we just like to dip them in a little bit of homemade ketchup or mustard, which is absolutely delicious. So you can just see how golden brown they get. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, it's amazing. No oil, French fries. It's just so fantastic. And then look at that inside. It's all soft and moist and hot inside. I mean, these are just amazing, amazing French fries. So it's a really fun thing to be able to make these at home and have delicious, healthy French fries, as well as all the vegetables that you can do in there. So, so good, crunchy, and very, very hot. See you next time. Bye-bye.